Edison record.
I've just learned a comic ditty from some of my friends in the city. The voices are short, and I think that you ought to admit that the chorus is pretty. There was a young lady in Pella, fell in love with a bow-legged fella. This husky young chap made her sit in his lap, but she fell straight through into the cellar. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lol-Lolly. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. There was an old woman took snuff, who said she was happy enough. For she sneezed when she pleased and was pleased when she sneezed, and that is enough about snuff. A Russian, he rushed into Russia and pushed all the Prussians in Prussia. The Yankee pushed through with the red, white, and blue, and the Irishman said, Aramusha. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. Bill Jones was the son of a brewer, saw a girl and he thought that he knew her. He lifted his hat and she hit him a bat and he lit on his ear in the sewer. There was an old lady in Worcester, was annoyed very much by a rooster. She cut off his head until he was dead, and now he don't crow like he used to. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. A certain young maiden named Emma was seized with a horrible tremor. She swallowed a spider which stung her inside her. Oh my, what an awful dilemma. There was a bright youngster from Maine, invented a way to make rain, but his ma wouldn't let him for fear it would wet him. Now wouldn't that give you a pain? Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. There was a young miss from Decatur who went to play in a theater. The poor little thing, when she started to sing, got hit with a rotten tomato. Another young miss from Fall River was sent out to purchase some liver. She went to a show and blew all her dough, and her parents will never forgive her. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lolly. A composer who lived in the ghetto once wrote out a comic libretto. When nobody sang it, he said, oh, well, hang it, I'll sing it myself in falsetto. There was an old maiden named White who slept in pajamas one night. As she happened to pass near a large-looking glass, exclaimed, there's a man in delight. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. There was a young man from Woonsocket, had a watch and a chain and a locket. Saw the races one day, and when he came away, all he had was his hand in his pocket. There was a young girl from Pawtucket, had a bustle as big as a bucket. She filled it with oats, and some tough-billy goats sneaked right up behind her and took it. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. A dame in a riverside flat bought a new fluffy ruffles fall hat. Her poor hubby said as he fell over dead, it's a mushroom gone off on her bat. There was a young lady in Lynn who was so exceedingly thin that when she essayed to drink lemonade, she slipped through the straw and fell in. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol-Lolly. There once was a blushing young bride. You behave in the tunnel, she cried. I can't kiss in the gloom, it's too dark, said the groom. Well, somebody did, she replied. There was a young lady named Mabel who danced on the dining room table, but she blushed very red when a gentleman said, oh, look at the legs on the table. Fol-The-Rol-Lol, Fol-The-Rol-Lol.